What's up, Spearos and Spearos? We are here today at Spear America, and today we're going to talk about deciding the right spear gun for you. My name is Matt, and we're going to go over Speargun Basics. So the first gun I have here behind me is a 90 centimeter Pathos open laser, and this is going to be what I consider the meat and potatoes of spear guns. It's just about the right length between maneuverability and firepower. So if you're on a reef with decent visibility, you want to pick something about in this length range. The cool thing with the laser is it's got a really simple setup, open muzzle, and loops for traditional band loops, so you can put two bands here, as well as either a right-handed or an ambidextrous handle. All right, so with the gun you just saw previously, what I really like about the Pathos guns is that they're very versatile. So here is a similar gun. This is the Pathos Laser Roller, 90 centimeters. The main difference between the gun behind me and this gun is that it's going to be a roller gun, meaning that you're going to have a band that's underneath the gun, rolls around the top and loads to the back, and it's going to give you a little bit more power for the same size. In order to get to this, all you need to do, if you wanted to, is just buy that gun and ask Petros over at Spear America to swap out the muzzle for you. He'll sell you this muzzle as well as the wing kit, and then you're all set to have this as well. So very modular, and you can pick the parts after you buy it. So that's one nice thing I like about the Pathos guns. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is hole guns. The length you're looking for a hole gun is anywhere between 60 and 75 centimeters. In inches, that's I believe 20 to 30 inches in terms of gun. Here I have a Picasso 60 centimeter, which is perfect for hole hunting. If you're not familiar with that is, basically it's the process of grabbing a gun, grabbing a flashlight sometimes, peeking into holes and finding the fish inside of little holes, caves, crevices. In that regard, you want a shorter gun that doesn't have too much power because you're going to be sending the shaft typically into the rocks. So something like a 60 centimeter, 70 centimeter Picasso, rear handle, I can grab it with one hand, super maneuverable, go upside down, check holes, maybe even hold a flashlight in the other hand. Check out the Picasso 60 centimeter, perfect. So moving on up, the next category of guns in terms of length is what I consider a light blue water gun. Light blue water is something in between being on the reef or possibly out in completely blue water. Maybe you're on deeper reef and you need just a little bit more range, or if you have really clear visibility. The length that you're looking for is somewhere in between 120 centimeters to 130 centimeters. And this right here is what I have, the Meandros Argo 130. It's got two band slots, so you can rock two traditional bands right here. And it'll give you just a little bit more reach in case you're on a clear reef, like I said, or if you're doing some light blue water work. Things like Dorado, aka Mahi Mahi, Yellowtail, and sometimes even Wahoo. In the same vein as a light blue water gun, I have another option here for you. This is a Tixi 115 right here. And an advantage with having a wood gun as opposed to all the pipe guns that we'd seen earlier is that the wood gun is going to have a little bit more mass, so you can load these wood guns for the size a little bit more hot in terms of power. So if you can see here, this muzzle has slots for 3 bands. I can put 3 bands in here, run them nice and tight, and also an added benefit of having wood is you're going to have more mass to absorb the recoil. So the felt recoil on this is going to be a lot less than what you're going to have with like a traditional pipe gun. I love wood too, and it always is a classic choice to go with wood. So this is the Tixi 115, a great choice for light blue water. So in terms of the last category of guns, what I have here is a classic icon, the Rife Blue Water. In terms of big game hunting or big blue water guns, what you're going to look for in terms of length is anything above 130 centimeters. So 130 centimeters plus, you're generally looking at hunting big game, things like tuna, wahoo, possibly big grouper if you're in that ballpark as well. So what I have here is the classic Rife Blue Water gun. It has wing stabilizers on both sides, so it helps when you're lining up those shots, especially on fish that are further away. You want to make sure you have a smooth and stable platform, as well as giving you the mass that I mentioned earlier with wood guns. The more mass that your gun has, the less recoil you're going to have. So as you can see, the muzzle on the blue water can fit 4, sometimes even a 5th band if you really want to get crazy. And it has just enough mass to absorb all that shock and send the shaft as far as you need to go to hit who knows what you want to hit. All right, guys, so that about wraps it up for a short little introductory breakdown of what spear gun is the right choice for you. If you have any further questions, reach out to any of us at Spear America, either on Instagram or come into the shop, and we'll make sure that one of our free divers will get you outfitted. Take care, guys.